Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our exploration into the deep of this amazing ancient language. And I have a lot to learn, and I'm learning along with you. And so thank you for being here with me. Today, we are going to continue yesterday's 新节, and we're talking about 节, and today we continue with 接时. You notice the sound, the pronunciation changed the tonation from 新节, 节 means knotting, the practice of knotting is an action word. So it's a 节, it's a second rising tone, and versus 接时, 接时. The whole thing is an adjective, is a description of some status of being. And so it's it's less dramatic. It becomes flat tone. So 接时. Okay, 接, again, knotting. The left side is fabric, and it looks fabric. It's drapey, right? And these are the kind of a cones of thread that kind of a cone spiral thing, or spools of thread. But they are connected. So, just so you know, fabric, if it's a long fiber, it's more preferred because it's going to produce more, it's a continuous thread. So there were less knotting, less breakage. And so when touching with skin, it feels more luxurious. And just picture silk from China, because a long thread kind of fiber was preferred back then. Okay, so that's the spools connected by thread, and this is how the final product of when the yarn's made into fabric, what drape look like. So the whole thing means fabric. And we have fabric plus the right side means auspicious, means something good. It means peaceful time, actually. So I guess in ancient times, when peace actually probably is not the norm, versus probably wartime is more frequent. People, different tribes keeps fighting for resources, right? That's the norm. And chaos, death, confrontation, that's probably the norm. So when, occasionally peace or kind of a balance is striked, then that's peaceful time, and that's auspicious. So peaceful time came from two ways that you can view it. You can view the top portion here, type of weaponry. The bottom is weapon holder. So if weapons are in the holder, that means it's not being used. So it's not wartime. Second way to view it is the top is the type of fighter / scholar / leader type of class in China. So 士, they can convert themselves to be scholar, to be government running officials, or they can, in wartime, convert themselves into military leaders. They can fight for the country. But in any case, peace or wartime, they are in service of keeping their tribe or their kingdom or their dynasty, or one particular emperor. They are being under. People have this faith in this one emperor figure. They have to keep that, the seed, the leader, the head of the country, survive the wartime. So this group of class of people will make sure the survival of the kingdom. So in peace and wartime, they can transit into different roles. So this top 士 is the type of multifunction or not multi-purposed or abled type of well-trained people. And the bottom means speaking. It came from the mouse symbol, which is a box with up tilted corner, kind of like a smiley face. That's the mouse symbol. And the mouse symbol in China have two basic meanings. One means speaking, right? And two, it means head count or people. Because in ancient times, I guess feeding people, make sure everybody got food. Food security was a top priority. So people end up because people not only speak through the mouth, they are also eat. They are also consumers, right? So this food food, the mouse symbol also means food eaters, consumption, and therefore it becomes head count, like how many mouths you need to feed. So when this multi-abled person are using the mouse function of them, meaning speaking, influencing, being a leader, that's good time. That's peaceful time. They're not going to war. So this peacetime plus fabric is the ancient practice of, it's a type of fiber art that the ropes are knotted into a pattern. And this pattern most likely is, good wish, like blessings in life, the wishes of people. It means auspicious time, something going well, going good. There's no bloodshedding, all that, right? It's only positive, the hopes in life. So therefore, this fabric plus peacetime that comes to mean the practice of knotting such rope knotting practice with good message in it. So we have the material, we have the message, right? Combined becomes this type of art, and that art is made by knotting the ropes together. So that becomes knotting. And 石, we have this dome, big dome shape. That means a space, right? Shelter. It's not out there in the open. And then with a chimney on top. I'm not exactly sure if that's chimney. I'm not sure if in ancient times, kitchen is part of a major, definition of household, that you can cook at home and you have a chimney to get the smoke out. I'm not sure, but whenever I see the symbol with this big arch with kind of a chimney looking on the top, it actually means household, means family, means domestic life, means private space. So we have this private space, and then beneath it, the bottom is currency symbol, which made of seashells. In ancient times, I guess seashells. Before the print of the money, or nowadays it's digital, people use seashells to carry value, to exchange with people from faraway places. So that was the currency symbol back then. The top is currency storage. A particular kind of currency is the coins. So I know in Western, coins were made into this discs shapes, right? With whoever is the issue of the currency, the image of their kings, queens printed on that, not printed, but embolded, but like molded into the coins, right? Ancient China actually have coins, the middle part open, so that you can have the thread or the rope stretched through many pieces of that and then tied around it to make sure it's safely connected together as one unit. So Chinese have an expression called 腰财万, 腰缠万贯. It's a way to carry money around you. So, nowadays we just digitize. It's like hardly carry any cash, but ancient times, cash carrying most likely made of the currency, not in the seashells, because seashells is way ancient. And later on, when the technology allow government to issue such, uniformed molded coins, they have this design of the middle. The outside is circular, the middle is square, because Chinese have this belief of the sky or the outer space is circular, is a sphere, but our land is squarish. It's flat Earth Chinese version. Okay, so have this belief of, when we look up upward, it's a dome shape. We can see a lot of the dome shape universe when we look outside, but we imagine the dimension we're staying on, the Earth beneath us actually is a rectangular instead of a sphere. I mean, how interesting, right? Nowadays we can say so easily, but back then I guess it's visually verifiable. Like you stand on a big piece of two-dimensional space, which is the land, that looks like a square shape, and then the top is the dome shape. Okay, in any case, Chinese use that, sense of universe, and particular the land they live on. That shape made it into money, and also the middle serves the function of threading ropes through it, and there's a particular way of tie it so that everything is balanced, it's not tilted. So if you have imagine if you loop through a thread through a stack of such coins, it's going to be slanted, right, sideways. But if you tie a cross through it somehow, right, use probably 4 strands of thread going through the whole thing, and things are going to be even, going to be centered, balanced. So that's how it's looked cross-sectionally, with the thread kind of making a cross shape. So that's how people store money back then. And now it's under your private space. It made it explicit, like you have money, you have currency stored underneath your own home. So instead of putting your money away in bank, I guess bank was invented in China back in 17th century. So that was the beginning of the Chinese kind of free economy back then. Then there were inventions of such bank institutions. So you don't store currency like cash, very susceptible to robbery, to steals, right? So you can put money away in bank. But before then, this character was invented by a time when if you have wealth, if you accumulated wealth, you're going to store it under your own dome. Okay, so that becomes extended into meaning of solid. That means you're financially secure. You have your life solidly built together. Like you can weather a lot of storms because you have this financial resources underneath your management, right? So that becomes solid. I mean, isn't that interesting? Like Chinese view solid as financially secure because I guess the deepest insecurity among Chinese is this financial insecurity. Okay, so we have 结实, 结 means knotting, and solid, right? We have financial solid, then combined together actually means physically. In contemporary Chinese, 结实 means somebody's muscle, like it was low body fat. When you touch somebody, it's going to be muscles you're going to touch. So I'm using this plank picture. I stack it up, verticalize the plank picture to create a visual interest, because I mean plank is not that easy, right? You have to have your core muscle in use, but when I place it vertically, it's like, why she's tensing up? But no, it's originally horizontal. So as planking is a way to get lean, right? So I'm using this picture to demonstrate, and the 结实, Chinese use this knotting. I would imagine knotting means connection, means have all your muscles well connected, almost like in the knotting artwork, right? All the ropes are all, locked in together. So you're not, like you don't have noodle arms or limbs. Things are well connected, well supported each other. One big piece of solid, body. And 实 simply means low body fat. When you touch, it's not, it's more solid because it's more muscles underneath. So 结实 together means it's a Chinese way to say lean. Okay, catching into the currency of thinking about one word a day. So we see you another day.